Hey, I'm Big Jeff from Big Jeff Online. I started all this out of the trunk of my car in Miami, Florida, selling security cameras and other things, and it grew into car audio, which has always been my passion. Always been my passion. Get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, I'm Big Jeff, coming to you with another unboxing, talking about Black Diamond car audio. Unboxings are great. You get to see the product better than just some pictures. And then we kind of go over some of the specs and the price and where you can get it at. Right now, today, we are talking about the DIA-T1. It is a tweeter from Black Diamond. As you can see, it's shipped in a nice small box. We're going to open this up. Right up top, we're going to have a little manual. Obviously, it's tweeters, nothing crazy, but we're going to go over some simple stuff. And then next, you'll see you got some tweeters, and they actually have some styrofoam in here, which is great for shipping, so you don't have to worry about it getting all banged up. The first thing I want to point out right away is that it does come with your base blocker, capacitor, whatever you want to call it. This is a 4.7 microfarad. For people that don't know, and we have this problem all the time with returns, and the first thing we ask on tweeters and drivers that they don't come with, did you put a capacitor on there, or did you have it on a separate amp with like a DSP or something to cross it over really high? Why is that? Well, you can't supply bass to this. It's not made for that. It's just a small, thin diaphragm that is made not even for vocal, but very high-pitched sounds. And if you don't have that on there, or you don't have that crossover, you're going to be playing a full-range signal to it. And I can tell you that when you pull this apart, the diaphragm is like itsy-bitsy. You can check actually in our YouTube videos. We've done some how to replace a diaphragm, and it's kind of amazing what actually is inside that makes all that sound. But these do come with it, and the way that works, it is on the positive side. Very important, this needs to pass through the positive side to cut off that frequency range. It will not work on the negative side. Some people ask, well, is there really a negative positive on a tweeter? Yes and no. As long as you have them going the same way, that's really what matters, because you don't want to have a cancellation. Same thing with speakers. But here it's already soldered on, so what I recommend is using a butt connector and then taking your positive side speaker wire right onto it. The other thing that's very important is that you don't want this to touch metal. Some people use some of that rubber paint on, or you can just use some electric tape. But very important, if you are screwing these into metal, that you don't want this to touch. Wood, not a problem. So keep that in mind. But anyways, you see it's a bullet style tweeter. I love the logo here, the Black Diamond logo. Just a cool logo. And then it's actually raised. And that's, you know, like a polish. And then you have the Black Diamond name there. On the back, 4 ohms. So you don't have to be as accurate when you're talking about something this small on ohms. Meaning, if I really ran 2 together and it was 2 ohms and my amp was a 4 ohm amp and I was just running for tweeters, you're not going to have an issue. But if you're going by the book, this is 210 watts max, it says, which is a lot of power. I definitely would not put that much to just one of these, but the capacitor will help out. So that's it inside. You get 2 of them. It comes in a pair. And then let's open up the manual just for some specs. So the depth, the actual mounting depth shows to be really not bad at all. 1.57 inch. So from the mounting depth, the bottom part down, is about 1.5 inches. Overall, from top to bottom, which really shouldn't matter, is going to be 1.78 of an inch. Okay, so normal diameter, that's this whole part, is a 3.75 inch. Kind of important. A lot of times people see 1 inch and they're talking about the actual diaphragm, and then when they get the tweeter, it's huge. So you want to understand this tweeter is 3.75. Okay, now the actual other thing I noticed in the manual is that it shows handling power of 60 watts, which would be our RMS rating. That means continuous. And then it says a peak power of 120. Program power 120, and then peak goes up to 240. Not real happy about that. See if we can get that changed over time. To be safe, I would give this thing between 60 and 100 watts real power. Sensitivity is 103 dB, and frequency response. Now pay attention, because that's the crossover portion. It will play from 3.5 K to 20 kilohertz. So remember, that's very high up. We're not really talking much voice or vocal. We're talking those higher frequencies. It is a ferrite magnet. Magnet weight is 8 ounces. The material is aluminum. Cutout, which is inside here, where you would actually cut the hole to fit this in, they have it at 2.76 inches. But you also have to take consideration the terminals on the side. So when you go to cut your hole, you need to make a notch there so this can go in. And also make sure when you do the notch, you take consideration the way it's going to sit. Now you could always twist it in there, but probably better off, they always say measure twice and cut once. But so this is actually only $31.99 right now for the set. You can find this product at bigjeffaudio.com. It is $31.99, and every order comes with some sort of freebies. We have a bunch of different stuff. Flashlights, knives, hats, beanies, all types of stuff. So you can shop there. This is Big Jeff coming to you with the Black Diamond DIA-T1 tweeter set. Signing off. We'll see you soon.